Oh, hello there. So yesterday I did a video on RFK Jr. in which I called him a quack. It's probably not fair because he's not a doctor, so I probably should have just went with crank or conspiracy theorist. And anyway, I got a very few likes or comments on that video, which leads me to believe that people are into RFK Jr. You're all starting to worry me. So to be fair, in this video I want to do coverage of Marianne Williamson, who is also a Democratic candidate, even more New Agey. In fact, she has been called a New Age icon or a New Age maven. So just like in the RFK Jr. video, I want to start out with some positive stuff. Marianne has a pretty good track record with her humanitarian activism in the past and philanthropy, and her ideas, her platform these days are pretty progressive. She wants universal medicine, and she advocates for reparations for slavery. She has talked about establishing a Department of Peace. She has some really great ideas. In fact, you might say she's right on all the issues. And she's not a conspiracy theorist, unlike RFK Jr., although she is quite woo. Now, her woo-ness comes mainly from her deep involvement with A Course in Miracles, which has been called the New Age Bible. It's written by a woman named Helen Schucman. It was supposedly dictated from Jesus Christ himself. And Marianne Williamson wrote a book on it called Return to Love that made her fabulously famous and fabulously wealthy, and she's been on Oprah a bunch of times. And even now she gives like daily readings from A Course in Miracles. All well and good, but when you start to unpack what A Course in Miracles really is, then you wade into some seriously problematic territory. So the essential thrust of A Course in Miracles is that the world is an illusion. The only reality is the spiritual reality. It's a strongly dissociative and world-denying philosophy. Now, Matthew Remski, who is the host of Conspirituality podcast, was once involved in a group, he calls it a cult, that studied A Course in Miracles, called the Endeavor Academy, and he has a lot to say about the what he calls the batshit New Age Bible and the magical thinking disassociation machine. Remski points out that early drafts of A Course in Miracles were strongly homophobic. He calls them the teachings of asshole Jesus, and that the person who actually wrote down A Course in Miracles as dictated from Helen Schucman was a guy named Bill Thetford, and he worked for the CIA as a consultant during the years of MK Ultra, which some of you may know was dedicated to mind control through psychedelics. Now, whether any of this woo would make its way into Marianne's policies remains to be seen. The hosts of Conspirituality think that she is definitely a bad choice for a lot of these reasons. But there's also an issue that I haven't talked about yet, and that is that Marianne has a reputation for being controlling and even abusive, especially emotionally, but even sometimes physically, to those that have worked with her and have worked under her. In fact, she has even called herself the bitch of God. Now, given its immense popularity and importance in the New Age, I'll probably do more on A Course in Miracles, but for now I'm interested in your opinion about Marianne Williamson. Should she have the nuclear codes?